What's good, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine. I'm your girl, Miss JLH, and I have another dope-ass review episode for you today. This time, I'm reviewing two different series. One is a documentary, and the other one is a show that is based off the documentary that I'll be reviewing today. Let's get to it, shall we? Now, the documentary I'm reviewing is called The Staircase. Now, it started in 2004. However, the episodes don't really begin until 2005. I guess that's when everything starts really taking off and taking place. It is 13 episodes. It is one season, and you follow Michael Peterson, who is accused of killing his wife. Actually, hold up. Let me just read the synopsis for you, shall we? Because I sound like I don't even know what the documentary is about. But that's because it really is a lot, and the documentary is a lot. The Staircase is a 2004 French-produced English-language documentary television miniseries directed by Jean-Xavier de Lestrade about the trial of Michael Peterson, convicted of murdering his wife, Kathleen Peterson. So what happens is Michael Peterson and his wife are home alone, apparently, and she falls down the staircase allegedly, but she falls so bad in a way that she kills herself. That is the story. However, because Michael is also home with her, that is not a believable story because of how she fell, how she was positioned on the stairs, and just, I guess, the death of it, how much blood there was, the splatter of the blood. It was just, the scene of the crime didn't fit the death, is what the prosecution was saying. And so they definitely locked up the husband and accused him of killing his wife. Now, as you're watching the documentary, his kids are behind him 100%. And you're like, man, he couldn't have done this. And then as the documentary goes on, you're like, oh nah, he probably did this. But you're just like questioning the whole time. He just seems like a really lovable, likable guy who couldn't have probably killed his wife. But then you're also really not sure because it's always the spouse. Come on. But I don't know. It's crazy, y'all. Anyway, it was rated 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. Really high rating, in my opinion, and totally worth it because it was that good. The whole time, you really are sitting there like not sure if this man killed his wife or not. I still don't know. Now, this year they created a true crime show out of it. It premiered on May 5th, and it comes on HBO Max. You can watch it there. You can also watch it on YouTube. It was rated 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's a really high rating. It honestly was just like the documentary, which was decent. So The Staircase is an American true crime streaming television miniseries created by Antonio Campos, based on the 2004 true crime docuseries of the same name created by Jean-Xavier de Lestrade. The series stars Colin Firth as Michael Peterson, a writer convicted of murdering his wife, Kathleen Peterson, who's played by Toni Collette, and who was found dead at the bottom of the staircase in their home. And the series premiered on HBO Max. The acting's good. I just didn't think that this series was necessary. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It went into more detail of maybe how their life probably was, how it could have been. I don't like that, only because I hate when shows are created from documentaries or from real life events, because I feel like it adds in more glamour and more lies than truth. And so it was stuff in there that wasn't in the documentary that was like, well, is this true? And then I hate having to pick apart whether or not what was true and what wasn't true. Like, just stick to the facts. Who y'all trying to impress? Like, this lady is dead, and this man is probably a killer. And why y'all trying to hype that up by adding in more glam and, well, I wouldn't say glam, but just adding in more stuff to the story that's like so unnecessary. Like, it's bad enough that y'all already made a movie to profit off of somebody's death. And now we're watching it. But like, come on. Like, just stick to the facts. I don't know, 93 is really high for a show that we didn't really need. I'm gonna be real with y'all, because the documentary was enough. We did not need this show. I hate that they actually made it. It was beyond unnecessary. Patrick Schwarzenegger is in it. I didn't realize that. He plays Todd Peterson. That acting's good in it. I just think that this show was just super unnecessary. Like, we have the documentary. I just don't see the purpose of this show. But beyond that, if you want to watch it just to see the similarities and to pick it apart, check it out. I do like the show highlights how the documentary people were feeling and what they were going through while filming this. I can only imagine how stressful it is to do a documentary and put it together and to have a vision, and then you're not always seeing eye to eye with the people that you're working with, or having to stay in a gray area when it comes to doing stuff like this, because technically you can't take nobody's side in a documentary. You're just supposed to document the facts, I feel. You're not a side taker. You're just documenting shit. If that makes sense. Now I'm like going deep into stuff. Anyway, check this out. I liked it. It was good to me. Not the series, just the just the documentary, not the series. I want to be clear. Watch the Staircase documentary on Netflix. Then, if you're feeling funky and want to dive deeper into it and get that extra Hollywood razzle dazzle, check out the Staircase series. And you can stream that on HBO Max. Well, that's it, y'all. All right.